Coming up in this video, yes, I'm going to be showing you how to make the Tom Collins, one of the most popular and most recreated gin cocktails of all time. But also, it's a little explainer coming up right after this about what this new playlist and the next few videos are all about. Right, cocktail lovers, gin lovers, this is kind of a new series that I'm doing now. The last few series that I've done, we've done porn star martinis, we've done espresso martinis, 5 cocktails with. This one is a new sort of playlist, all loosely based around the famous gin-based cocktail, the Tom Collins, which has been recreated so many times. So in this video, coming up in a bit, I'm just going to show you the original recipe and how to make a Tom Collins. It's absolutely lovely, especially if you love your gin, but you're not a huge tonic fan as well. So it's a great cocktail for that. But also, I just kind of want to explain what this series is all about, just very quickly, so bear with me. So my whole thing, what I'm all about is inspiration. I love making simple drinks or showing you simple drinks that you can recreate using stuff that you can find from your supermarket. So just taking a basic recipe and just very slightly flipping it out. So this is going to be virtually a never-ending playlist of a gin-based Collins inspirational videos for you. Right now in this filming session, I'm going to do 6, so that's the next couple of weeks content. But then we might sort of add to it over time, because as I say, once I explain when coming through this, you'll see that it's just so easy to flip that drink up and make something delicious that you absolutely love. Right then, let's crack on. Let's explain this cocktail and let's make this cocktail. This video won't last too long. Firstly, glass. To a lot of people, highball glasses. If you're in the industry and you've ever seen this referred to as the Collins glass, this is exactly why. Collins doesn't have to be shaken. I am going to shake these cocktails just purely for theatre, nothing else. You can make it straight in that glass, build it, add soda, add ice, etc, etc. But I'm going to make it in a cocktail shaker. We're just going to have a little bit of a shake. Now, Collins, the Tom Collins, it dates back to late 1800s. It is one of the oldest gin-based cocktails out there. The essential base recipe is exactly the same if you were going to make a French 75 or a Bramble or anything like that. It's essentially exactly the same thing: gin, lemon, sugar. So nothing too technical. So the original recipe, Tom Collins, the whole reason it's kind of got its name, that I think the guy that invented it was called John Collins or Jim Collins, something like that. But the whole Tom part of it actually came from the gin. It is a thing called an Old Tom gin. I'm going to make this with a London Dry, because most bars would use a London Dry gin now to make a Tom Collins. Old Tom gin is sort of regarded as the bridge between the very dry London Dry gins and the kind of Dutch gins. So that's where the Old Tom kind of comes into the mix. It's slightly sweeter. So to make this, 50ml of your chosen gin going in there. Now you can tell where this playlist is going straight away, because you can make this with so many different gins, so many different flavoured gins, but I'll kind of talk you through different things as we carry on. So that's your first ingredient. The second ingredient you want is your lemon juice. Freshly squeezed some lemons if you want. That's what this is all about. So we've got freshly squeezed lemon juice in here. So the ratios for this, again, this is just the taste. This is what I say a lot of in my videos. Don't be guided by your own palate, especially if you're making these at home. So yes, I'm going to follow the standard ratios for this, but if you want to add a little bit more sugar or a bit less sugar, go for it. But as I've got 50ml of gin there, I'm going 25ml of lemon juice. Okay, so 25ml lemon juice. Now the third ingredient you want is your sugar. Now as you can see straight away, these are just a small selection of my sugar syrups that I've got up here. This is just plain sugar. This is how you can flip up your recipes, but I'm doing something a little bit even more different in this playlist. So for this one, I'm going 15ml. So 50ml, 25ml of lemon juice, 15ml of sugar. And to get your 15ml, I keep banging on about this, don't forget your Mezclar Precisio measure as well. Links in the show notes of where you can get this from. It's lined every 5, 10, 15, 20 in the small end, and then in the big end it's lined every 10ml, so 10, 20, 30, 40. It's amazing for being super accurate in cocktails. Now we just need to ice up our cocktail shaker, so fill that completely up with ice, and then we're just going to take a tin, pop it on, give it a tap, and then we're going to give it a hard shake for about 10-12 seconds. Okay, now again, there's no right or wrong with this. You could just pour that straight into your highball glass, but what I'm actually going to do, just for a bit of theatre, I'm just going to fill that completely full with fresh ice. And the whole reason I like to do that is because I like to add my soda water to the drink now, because what I find is, especially when you're out at events, if you add your soda water to top up from that, so bearing in mind that's just gin, lemon and sugar, and then add soda, you've got to do a little bit of stirring to kind of blend that all in. I like to add my soda to this. Now traditionally you would use normal plain soda water, and that is what I'm going to do. This cocktail is the original Tom Collins, so I'm going to make it with soda water, but this is what I kind of want to allude to, and this is what's coming up in this playlist in future videos. Now we're in a world 2020, if you're watching this maybe in the future, 2021, 2022, we're in a world now where soft drinks brands, especially in the UK, are all over this. They realise that people are not all about the sweeter drinks. So there are so many different soda brands, and this is what I'm going to explore in this channel. The first soda brand coming up, Sister Soda, Franklin's and Sons, pomegranate and hibiscus, pineapple and cardamom, guava and lime. The next brand that I'm going to feature in this brand, sort of new to the UK, is San Pellegrino, but this is their sodas, Essenza. They're a Essenza range. So we've got lemon and lemon zest. We've got dark Morello cherry, is it? Dark Morello cherry and pomegranate, and then we've got tangerine and strawberry. We've then also got London Essence, which have got 3 cracking sodas in the UK. We've got rhubarb and cardamom soda there. We've got peach and jasmine, and we've got elderberry and hibiscus. But then also, don't forget some of these tonic water brands. They're brilliant for this. So Double Dutch is one of the first brands. So we've got pomegranate and what is that? I've forgotten. I haven't used the phrase. Just pomegranate and basil, cranberry and ginger, and then cucumber and watermelon. Superb for a Collins. Pimp your Collins up with them. And then the last brand that we're going to use or feature main heavily is Elixir. Again, I think these are absolutely lovely. Rhubarb and ginger, which one's that? That's the elderflower and lemon. And then we've got the blood orange and cinnamon. Yes, they are tonic waters, but they just work incredibly well. So keep your eyes peeled for different gin flavour combinations, different flavour syrups, different flavour purees coming in, because they can use this sugar as well, and different sort of mixes coming in. However, let's get back to this. Let's just finish this off. It's up to you. I traditionally go about 50ml of soda water. If you want to add 75ml, be my guest, but I am just going 50ml. All we need to do is just single strain that, because we've got fresh ice, into our cocktail glass. So there we have our almost finished cocktail. The last thing is the garnish. It's pretty standard, this. It's kept throughout the test of time. We're just going for a bit of orange zest in there, and then we go for a maraschino cherry or a cocktail cherry, whatever you want to call it, just popped on there, and then serve with a straw, and that is your finished Tom Collins. It's so simple, so easy. Stay tuned in this playlist for so many different different gins, inspiration to give you different drinks at home. Cheers.